What's up, guys? I'm back here with the Diamondbacks franchise, back from the little break I had to take. This is going to be a gameplay against the San Diego Padres, who have had a rough start to the season. They do have Cole Hamels out on the mound, so this is going to be a lefty aces duel. As you may be able to tell, I did get a new mic. There's going to be a few NHL videos where the new mic is not implemented because the commentary was recorded beforehand, but the gameplay is still on the hard drive. So I didn't have access to it until just today. I did come home and I'm recording this commentary pretty much later in the day than I got home about 2. It's about 7 right now. I edited this video really quick. I did put a lot of highlights in there though, so you can see Cole Hamels had a good first couple starts. This is his third start of the season. David Price's third start of the season. A good catch at the wall by Cameron Maybin prevents anything from happening that inning. So, as you can see, they have a new manager in San Diego, I believe. And here's their lineup. Carlos Quinn having an excellent start through 10 games, hitting .441. And our team, not so great hitting. Our pitching's been very good so far. David Price has an ERA below 3.5, and has more strikeouts than actually almost total base runners. He has 3 walks, though. Otherwise, it would be the same number. But more strikeouts than hits. That's something I do like to see out of top of the rotation strikeout pitchers. He does get up a deep fly out here, but it is Petco Park, so we have a lot of ground to cover out in the outfield as we get a called strike 3 on the outside. Puts us into the second inning. Trumbo goes deep to center field, but it's caught by Cameron Maybin once again. So we don't get anything out of that at bat, and then immediately the next pitch after will be Cody Ross hitting a single into the left center field. Cameron Maybin does cut that off before it can go to the wall. So we have a runner on first. Anthony Rendon up to bat, and he is going to hit this one deep to left field, and that is out of here. A 2-run blast for Anthony Rendon. Not a great power hitter, but does take it out of the park right there. 0-2 count, 3-pitch strikeout for David Price in the bottom of the second. Jed Yorko goes down. These guys have a lot of strange names on the roster just in general. And then David Price at bat gets a hit here, trying to help out his own cause. We have a runner on first. Denard Span up, and he is going to chop this one to first. They go to second and cannot get Span at first as a result, but they do get the lead runner out. Yonder Alonso, another one of their weird names. Span did steal second, but Goldschmidt's going to chop this one right back to the mound, and he's not fast enough to beat out simple plays like that. So, here we go. We get another deep fly out by the Padres, but that's going to be caught at the wall by J.B. Shuck. Another, probably could have been home run, but large dimensions. You know, it is an NL West ballpark. They are generally very big. We're not playing like the AL East or anything where they favor the hitters, or even the AL West favors hitters sometimes too. You got Texas out there, but they did get that. They didn't get anything out of that runner because this is just going to be flied out to right field. Cody Ross does get under that. Someone I'm looking to replace him and Nav. I don't want a platoon anymore. I want to get. Look at this. I keep getting this stupid animation too. It happens way too much. The platoon is not quite performing this year as well as it did last year. As you can see, Cole Hamels is injured. Daniel Nava's not hitting as well as he was. It is only 10 games so far, but it's him a little bit further, and it's not really picking up. So, you know, we need to look into that at some point soon. There are a couple trade ideas. I think I actually I might make a trade next video. But they bring in Tim Stauffer after Cole Hamels is found to be injured. I don't believe he was severely injured, but he did have to be pulled from the game. Bottom of the fourth, after we have 2 runs up, they're trying to even the gap here, but Shuck gets under that one and catches it. Top of the fifth now, at bat, we get another hit. Chris Owings hits that right over the head of Everett Cabrera, who is not that great in the field, so it's not that surprising. And then we get another base hit over the head of Yonder Alonso right here, and Shuck actually holds up. He could have gone to third, but that was a really good relay throw. Then with an 0-0 count, we got, I believe that was, I don't know who that was actually. Oh, it's David Price up at bat. That wasn't Chuck who was on base either, excuse me. It was Owings. And then later, we get another fly out to left field. So now we have 2 runners with no outs, and we're probably going to waste them here unless Denard Span can do something. And he is going to come through with a gap shot out into deep left center field. That's going to score both of the runs, and Denard Span is going to get safely into third base. The tag is just late. He's called safe. A 2-run triple for Denard Span with 2 outs. We thought we were going to waste those runners, but it didn't end up happening. And then Goldschmidt grounds out to end the inning. He never does anything when I play with him. He's really not that great to use. I don't know why, because I use his batting stance and road to the show, and I do fine. But anyway, David Price almost gives up a home run there, but is caught at the wall by Cody Ross. Surprising, he had the speed to get back there in time, but it did have a lot of carry on it. Bottom of the 5th still, and this is another deep fly out to right field, and he jumps at that, but the runner for some reason holds at second. He probably could have gone easily into third, but nothing happens. Sean Camp would come in, not such a strong performance in his 2 games he's played so far, but he's about to get a 1-2-3 inning here. Rendon chops this one back to the mound. Everett Cabrera, an excellent defensive play after I was criticizing him earlier for his defensive inabilities. Bottom of the 6th now, David Price gets another strikeout. This time, I don't know who that is. Couldn't see. These camo uniforms are really stupid. I didn't think to look before I went into the game, so I really can't see who any of the players are when I'm recording this commentary. But a double right there given up by David Price with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here we go, 0-1 count to the next batter. He is going to hit this to third. Trumbo fields it cleanly and throws it to first. He holds the runner at second, which is the important part of that play. 2-0 count next. He's going to catch a sharp liner, and that's going to get David Price out of trouble. He has the shutout so far through 6. Here's your 6-inning recap. Rendon, 2-run home run. Everett Cabrera's got a double. David Price has 3 Ks through 6 and no runs given up. Very good performance by him. Performing as the ace we acquired him to be. Even last season when he only went 500, still had a very solid season. Here we go. 0-1 count batting in the top of the 7th. That's going to be caught out in center field by Cameron Maben, who was really everywhere in the field today. 1-2 count here in the bottom of the 7th, and David Price does give up another hit. So they have a runner on base with no outs. And then here, next hitter is going to strike out looking. They did call that a strike. I don't know about that call exactly, but doesn't matter. Another 1-2 count. That pitch is in the dirt. The runner's going to advance to second, and Rendon saves that from being another base, probably. So a wild pitch right there puts the runner over, and then they do ground out right here, but the runner does go over to third. And then 2-2 count. He gets caught looking. Will Venable did not even swing at that one. He's debating that call. Very frustrated at the umpire's call. Throws his bat and his helmet on the ground. But here we go. Top of the 8th, excuse me. JB Shuck is going to hit this one into left field with no outs. 0-0 count. Denard Span is going to hit this one into the gap. And Cameron Maben cannot turn to fire fast enough, and Denard Span gets caught in another close play. I was only trying to send Shuck to third, but for some reason Span went too. And then Goldschmidt is going to ground out again. But the important part of that play was that we did score a run. And that moves our lead to 5-3. I left this clip in, Tony Gwynn's statue. He did pass away today. Condolences to his family. He was one of the best hitters in baseball ever. He's really going to be missed by the community and every fan of the MLB who knew him. Was a very good player. Very, very good player. One of the best hitters, for average at least, ever. Anyway, 1 out in the 9th, they're going to get a hit. So we just leave David Price in the game, trying to get the complete game shutout, figuring he can get 2 outs. Maybe not. The next pitch, they get another runner on. And so Now they have 2 runners on for Nick Hundley to come off the bench and pinch hit in the ninth. Still only 1 out in the ninth for David Price. Another 0-0 count, and he's going to double this into the gap, and that is going to score both runs. No one can get there in time. This park is gigantic. Hundley does hold at second, but both runs are in, so they have narrowed the lead to just 3. But a fly out right there is going to prevent them from even moving the runner up. So he's just at second with 2 outs, 0-1 count, and this is going to be flied out. But Cody Ross misplays it, jumps into the wall, and falls on his ass, and then ends up giving up a triple to Reimer Liriano. So a runner on third with the game-tying run coming to the plate. Let's see if the Padres can complete the rally. 3-2 count, and that's going to be hit, but not hard enough. It's going to be a simple fly out for Cody Ross. So David Price ends up escaping the ninth inning with the win, even though he did give up 3 runs in the ninth. Actually, one of them probably shouldn't have been earned, but whatever, the way they scored this game. So we win our first gameplay of the season. We move to, I believe, 7-4 after we were 6-4 entering play. The Padres were 3-8 to start out the season, not the start they were looking for, as you see former Diamondback Ian Kennedy in the dugout. So that wraps this up. More videos will be coming out over the next few days, looking to get back in the swing of things before I do have to go on another vacation in a few weeks, trying to get ahead on gameplay. So try and get a couple videos out soon, especially this. I've been really looking forward to playing this with our new acquisitions we've made in the offseason, and then another trade that will be coming in the next few episodes. That wraps up for me. I hope you did enjoy. As always, I'm out.